Thanks for coming back to the channel. In this video, we're going to get started with the rear seat delete. I'm going to start by taking everything out of here at the back seat area, putting it on a bench inside, sorting it out, seeing what I want to go back in, and saving it for later to go back in when this is done. Let's get started. Take out all this stuff, straps and everything. We'll put it on the bench later and see what we need to put back in. Oh, and the loose straps, those will obviously get organized as well. Take the gun box out. Its cable's going to stay under the seat though because it's through a bolt. I think I'm going to leave everything in the pockets I'll take some of that out later maybe, but for now let's get to this part. That's the radial head that's going to stay. Antennas, stock jack stuff is going to stay where it's at because it's mounted down. For now at least. Some rags. And some antennas. I got a lot of that back here. Toilet paper, important. Another antenna. This is for, I was using it for APRS for a while, but out here there's not a lot of infrastructure for that, so I don't use it that often. Alright. Let's move things over to the other side. Alright, onto the driver's side. This side's probably going to take a few more back and forths because I give myself more obstacles for some reason. My jumper cables. These are made to work with the Anderson power pull outlets I have on the front and the back of the truck, making it easy to connect. Couple more antennas. What do we have? Oh yes, SOG little E-tool for those emergencies in the woods, number 2 style. Little Camp X. Some nitrile gloves I forgot were back there. Let's go use in the garage. Some emergency Frog Togs rain gear. Some of the best emergency rain gear I've found in a while. Packs up small and it's easy to keep behind the seat of the truck. I'm sure the Frog Togs will find a way back in simply because of what they are and how they work. Oh, a halfway decent pair of gloves. I didn't think I had any left. I have to buy some more still. And some bungee cords. Unhook from there. Just imagine how the bungee cord gets hooked on something doesn't want to give up. There it goes. Well, that's more or less it for emptying this place out. Gear keeper's toggle. That's good. I forgot I had that. Alright, now that all this is empty, some of it might be going back in just on the floor of the truck while I do this project. A little bit more disassembly than I was anticipating here, but we'll do it easily. Do some more research maybe. Let's go to the other side and take that out. I think we're basically ready. Okay. Now the plastics aren't getting in there like I'd hoped, but we'll pick those up in a bit. Okay. Empty Toyota Tacoma. Oh, I still got to take the cup holder out. Rear seat. Those look smaller. I'm gonna guess 12. Nope, gonna be ubiquitous 10. Show enough. Let's go put these plastics in with the seat. Reach across, grab that ratchet wrench. I'll put some of these bolts back in where they belong so they can be found. Short extension. Okay, I only see body location holes in these two. We'll get a piece of tape and just plug those up. I'm just going to use some good old-fashioned Gorilla tape to go over these two location hole pins. Just so nothing comes up to them. There we go. Okay, put the screws or the bolts back in the other side so I don't lose them. Get the vacuum over here and vacuum out that seat to get started. I think to finish this part off, pull these mats out because, well, nobody's going to be riding back here anymore. I'm going to assume that fuse is garbage. And do some vacuuming back here. Here we go. Alright, let's get over to the vacuum and do some measuring. I don't plan on taking the seat belts out immediately, but that's probably a chance in the near future, seeing how this goes. But it looks like 1, 2, and 3 bolts, possibly some wires. I'm fishing it out from the panel here, and those will be out. This is going to stay. That's the body of the radio. I think I'm going to leave the jack, the OEM jack stuff in there, though it might get moved to a compartment. We'll see. Got to make some decisions on that. But right now, between the plastics is 52 inches. But if I bring it back to 48, leaves a little bit of room between the plastics and the board for putting some taller things possibly. We'll see. We're designing this as I go. This is going to be version 1.0 more or less. make some decisions on what I do and don't like, improve it, and make a second version perhaps down the road, or just improve on what I build. But for now, this is as far as getting torn down. The seat to the wall, if I go flat and go 30, I could probably sneak 36 inches, but if I go 34, I've got enough room, depending on how high I go, even if I go decently high, to still lean the front seats back far a little bit. I think we'll go with that. Alright. So about a 4 foot by 32 foot platform, or 48 inch by 32 inch platform. I'm going to use some of these stock positions to mount it down. Alrighty. So rifles used to sit right here. So I may end up building something off of here, off my new rifle rack, to hold the barrels of the hunting rifles. The inside of this cab's just not quite wide enough for a regular hunting rifle. It works good for an AR though. So 48 by 32 inches. And then we'll see how tall we end up. I'm just using the jack for now. I'm going to call it 20 inches. Just so it doesn't end up higher than the window. What we're going to do under here, I'll make some access pockets. One, so I can get at the hardware. Two, so I can store things like my winch control. Maybe even leave it open right here so I can reach under. That'd probably be the best, smartest bet for the camping stuff. But leave the winch control and the jumper cables and stuff like that down. They're really easy to get at. All right, let's see where we go. Okay, back for another day. I goofed up a little bit. I forgot to bring out some cameras. I know, bad YouTuber. I'm getting better. So, let's see what I did the other day and how far I've gotten. I've got the basic idea here. Got the platform. It's about an inch above the bottom where the seat used to sit. So I can fit some long things in there, coincidentally. I'll have to snap a picture with some light later. It also sits well above the footwell, giving me a large extended platform. You can notice two hinges here. That makes it so I can fold this down. I'm not too sure on this brace yet, so it's not fully screwed in. So I can access the original jack, the radio, and if I decide to put another radio in, I can have room for the head unit over here. This shelf is going to stay there. It's going to be what the back hooks up to. I'm going to figure out a good way of securing that. And also on this shelf may end up for the longer rifles in order to be utilized for hunting. Alright, I'm going to get to building again and see how much of this I remember to hit the buttons for. I think the next step in this is going to be figuring out anchoring the top shelf in. What I think I'm going to do is make a couple of braces here that come down to help support the top shelf and come out and grab the end of this to make an anchor point. We'll see how that works. See what I come up with. Okay, these seat belts are getting annoying. Let's do something else here to get them out of the way. What I'm basically going to do is find a small piece of plastic that I have from another project. Just anchor that buckle back here like so. One, keep it out of the way, and two, probably won't have to remove it if I decide to put the seats back in. The seat belts are already there because the other half is anchored to the seats themselves. Let's do that. Make it 4.5 inches long. Get 2 pieces and do each side. Now, where do I leave that plastic? That's the other question. Okay, so I'm going to do this by putting some plastic over it, a couple of these self-drilling screws into the plastics of the truck, just to hold things in place. Not going through the seat belt, just around it. You know what? I think we're going to have to upgrade to some 3/4 inch screws. At least one of them. There we go. That's going to hold that out of the way. Straps back. I like that. Okay, let's do the other one. Now slide the buckle in and go with the 3/4. Plenty out of the way. All right. All right, another day in the shop. Let's see what we got to last night. I got it all mounted up and solidly. It's mounted down to the different seat belt bolts. I can get into the back where the stock jack is, and the head for my ICOM 2730A. And I have room in here to store things like belts and other parts that I may want to bring with me just in case, and not need to get access to that often. The plan is to eventually put a couple of compression latches in here so that it holds it up to the shelf. The shelf I'm going to put a couple braces on so it stays, and maybe even brace it down to the wood back here so it's all one solid unit. We'll see where that goes. I think this is the stage I'm going to take it to for now. I've got a couple of clips temporarily holding it closed until I can find the good latches that I'm looking for. I'm going to try and build a couple of cradles that'll hold a couple of long rifles for hunting season. We'll see about that, and I'll take a couple pictures for the Facebook and Instagram pages as I go here. But basically, carpeted in, step outside my comfort zone with the carpet, but it didn't turn out too horrible. If I can find the right hardware, I might put some aluminum runners just for durability purposes. That, and to hold the carpet down a little bit better. We'll see what happens in the future. One of the cool features about this is I've designed it so that the footwells are still accessible, so I can store things like my winch controller and my jumper cables. Quickly, easily accessible, not locked in the back for times when I might need them. Same thing on the other side. This gap right here will hold some long skinny items, like I could probably put some tent poles in there if necessary. Probably about a 3/4 to an inch thick at maximum. But for now, I'm at a stage where I'm going to take it out of the garage and we'll go use the truck some more. Future me here. After editing most of the video, I realized I forgot to film an ending for this. So like I said in the video, I've basically taken the platform as far as I want to take it to at this stage. The latches I mentioned, I've got in. I'm just waiting to find a good way to mount them. The gun rack I wanted to build, I've got done. I'll post the results of that on Facebook and Instagram channels. Both of those over at Hags Overlanding, so go over there to check that out. In the future, any other modifications I do, I'm going to try and make a short or reel for it and put that up, and we'll see where that goes. In the meantime, for this video, if you do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it around. Helps the channel grow and encourages me to do more things like this, knowing that it's what you guys want to see. If you could also follow and subscribe over at the Facebook and Instagram channels, that would help a lot also. Interact with this and share it. Just give me some encouragement. Thanks for watching Hags Overlanding. Catch you on the next one.